大家好，家庭醫生短缺嘅現象似乎暫時揾唔到解決方案。一陣報道，依家就先講下孕婦陀 BB 嘅風險。喺加拿大醫療發達嘅國家，懷孕同分娩對好多家庭嚟講都係順利同開心嘅經歷。但有學者就話，本國醫療嘅系統低估咗孕婦陀 BB 嘅風險同死亡數字，有值得要注意同改善嘅地方。李詠如報導。
Most of what we think about when we think about pregnancy is a joyful, happy time. And then there's a lot of us out here for whom it was probably one of the most terrifying experiences of our lives.
居住喺安省 Pickering 市嘅黃其樂，回想起自己3年前懷孕以及生產嘅過程，就好比一幅驚險嘅圖畫。
Because we came close to nearly dying. And it was urgent enough that they decided to send an air ambulance, so an orange helicopter, for us. I delivered my daughter at 26 weeks and 1 day.
黃其樂喺懷孕期間所出現嘅子癇症狀，通常發生喺懷孕第7至第9個月。高血壓亦係其中一個病徵。病情嚴重嗰陣，可能會出現溶血反應、肝或腎功能損傷、水腫或視力障礙，甚至癲癇發作。
I was having symptoms of like blurry vision in my eyes. My legs and hands and face were very swollen. I was a little bit worried about these symptoms. I had gained 14 pounds between that visit and my last visit 4 weeks before. She had said these are normal parts of pregnancy. I wasn't feeling well all week as a treat to go to a spa. And then afterwards, and they walked in and I was basically unconscious on the shower floor. I lost consciousness again. They resuscitated me, administered some medications to deal with the seizure. And then everything happened very quickly in Mount Sinai.
雖然經歷病危，但黃其樂依然感恩，至少佢早產嘅女最後能順利出世。佢了解到喺加拿大有唔少女性喺懷孕期間得病，最後不治嘅情況。而佢亦明白唔可以將發生呢啲不幸事件嘅責任全部歸咎於跟進孕期健康嘅婦科醫生。
I don't know that any other OB would have done differently from what my OB did. Part of the problem is the clinical standards. Why do we expect every woman to look the same in pregnancy? Like, why are the clinical guidelines such that you don't act or you don't investigate a problem until there's a certain number that is reached? A country where we are in the minority, maybe those standards don't apply to us. We need to care more. We need to make this more of a visible issue. Or we're going to have a lot of babies growing up without their moms.
有專家認為，女性於懷孕期間死亡嘅情況大多數係可以預防嘅，但目前加拿大並冇一套完善嘅記錄系統，調查孕婦懷孕或生產時嘅死亡原因，讓醫生日後有據可依，改善結果。亦低估咗家國內於懷孕期間死亡女性嘅數字，未盡反映真實情況，而忽視女性懷孕期間患病嘅風險。安省 McMaster 大學婦產科系主任 Dr. John Barrett 早察覺到呢個漏洞，喺1990年代初就已經向政府部門提出，要求建立完善報告去記錄數字同病因。
In my opinion, shameful for a country like Canada not to know exactly the data. In fact, the World Health Organization, when Canada reports its data, they give us a correction factor because they know that our data is inaccurate. So they increase the rate that we quote by 1.6 times. Now, it's still relatively low compared to the developing world, but our rate of severe maternal morbidity, it's still increasing. Perhaps the most important thing, which concerns me most of all, there's no inquiry into these deaths as to try and find out the avoidable factors.
Dr. Barrett 認為，英國一份每3年公佈一次，名為 Embrace UK 嘅報告系統，值得加拿大政府借鑑。自1952年以嚟，呢份報告通過監測同調查孕婦死亡情況記錄而成，容易降低日後母嬰健康風險。
It's confidential, people trust it, and they say, look, this is what's happened in our country for 3 years. It's funded by the UK government. Unfortunately, I think one of the biggest problems in Canada is that healthcare in Canada is provincial, whereas this is a national problem. And according to the government of Canada, This is not my problem. It's the healthcare is the province. So nobody's taking ownership of. I think when this kind of thing is publicized, patients become empowered to say, I have a concern. And I think every patient should have the right to say that if they feel they're not being heard. They shouldn't be scared to say that. One of the lessons that the medical profession can learn is that if a patient says this to you, you have to listen. I think it's a two-way street, one on behalf of the patients and the other one on behalf of the physicians too.
根據加拿大統計局公佈嘅數字顯示，於2000年至2020年期間，喺加拿大總共有523名女性死於與懷孕相關嘅病症。但加拿大婦產科醫生協會嘅首席科學官 Dr. Jocelyn Cook 向傳媒透露，呢個數字應該為800名甚至更高。由於加拿大統計局所記錄嘅數字收集自死亡證明文件上嘅資料，如果呢啲文件上冇記載死於懷孕相關病症，則不被納入報告範圍。另外，各省份對收集嘅數據定義有所不同。世界衛生組織對懷孕死亡嘅定義為非意外事故情況下，女性喺孕期內或產後42日內因由懷孕相關病症導致嘅死亡。而加拿大各省份對記錄產後日數嘅定義並不統一，形成偏差。Dr. Barrett 話：佢哋多年嚟都未收到政府部門關於建立記錄孕婦死亡情況統一報告嘅確切回覆。疫情下更難推進，而黃其樂則以過來人身份提醒孕婦，就診嘅時候要向婦科醫生清楚表達自己嘅不適症狀，並尋求進一步診斷。就算診斷結果只係虛驚一場，總好過錯過最佳治療時間，最後追悔莫及。